Hi, I'm Rob, and next up in my Faction 500 series is the Warrens. Fairly high horde level for this, around about 180 is good. You can get away with less though because of the troop we got added to the game reasonably recently. Makes this a lot easier, so you may be able to get away with a lot less than 180. This was at a time when I first done this when Lupina Healer wasn't around. Now this is her here. Gives life to all allies and grants them a random status effect. So the life is really good. It's a bit of a game saver sometimes, especially with the horde level being decent. And the random status effect can obviously be very good at the same time. And also starts battles with 50% mana. Bunnycorn is going to be our main damage dealer and basically cause the enemies to most of the time beat themselves up. Charm for me is largely underrated. But when you get to high level battles, it's absolutely superb. Create 7 yellow gems and charm a random enemy. They basically hit themselves. A charmed troop deals its attack as damage to the troops above and below it. But bear in mind they do have to be immediately adjacent. If they're separated at all, then it will not work and makes it kind of useless. But we can still create 7 yellow gems if we have nothing else to do with a move basically. And the reason we have 2 of these is because it's good to cast them back to back. Not only do you get 2 lots of that charm, but the fact we create 2 lots of those 7 yellow gems on top of each other means if we didn't get many matches the first time around, because there's a bunch of yellow from the first cast, means we can have a much better chance of getting a lot of mana on the second cast. And these start with 75% mana, which is very cool. It's cool too. Luna, she can chip in with some damage and really good spell. Either inflict 1 to 2 status effects on all enemies or grant 1 to 2 status effects to all allies. Obviously we prefer it most of the time if she gives those status effects to the enemies, because that can be death mark, it can be a terror, and if it's one of them things then the games can end really quickly. As well as that, Hidden Trap is really good. Explode a random gem when matching yellow gems, which we'll be doing often to charge up our Lupina Healer and when we cast our Bunnycorn. So pretty cool way to go about it. It's been very reliable for me so far, so let's dive in and have a look. +2 green, +1 yellow banner for this, by the way. Right, first battle against Trickster and his cronies. Don't worry about it too much if he gets to cast, because he probably will get to cast and switch you around. It doesn't matter, because all it does is switch the first and last enemies. So if you let him literally do it again, it'll just swap you back the way you were. So it's not really anything to worry about kind of thing. Right, our second Bunnycorn is up next round, so let's kick off with some damage and do it again. They started bashing themselves up. As you can see, we created all that yellow, which is good for our Luna. To get better low on life, you can cast this. Get life back with a status effect. Let's Luna chip in with some damage. And then collect again for our Bunnycorns if we can. There's some brown. We'll take a skull hit like that. Thank you very much. Any green or brown going on? Not really. So in that case we'll do another bunch of damage and stop him from casting. There's only one of them left. You do have to actually be a little bit careful. It sounds a bit weird because you don't want to get him into a position where you'll kill him really easily, that Trickster. Because if he does get to cast, then you literally do want to get him to cast again before you kill him, because you don't want to have your team switched around and left with Luna at the top. We will take that first, see if he casts. Didn't yet. Probably will do though. Let's cast this trip. If it charms the top enemy, it's not going to do any damage at all. If it didn't know, it charmed one of the lower ones, so we did get a effect out of that. And let's make sure we keep our troops topped up with life. Oops. Right, so he's cast. Kind of wanted him to do that to show how this works. He's switched our troops around. It can actually be a bit useful at first because, as you can see, like our Barleycorn is into his actual life, and Luna and the other troops aren't. But we do want to get him to switch us back round again, so we're going to basically let him cast when we clear that top troop out of the way. So let's get Luna charged up. Well, they've created loads of that, so we'll create loads of yellow as well. Probably get a load of yellow back. Right, so here we can get rid of her. He's got his mana, so he will cast next round, providing there isn't a skull hit. So we're not going to do anything, we'll just get some more life, let him cast, there you go, let us swap us back round. Now it's perfectly safe to finish him off. But before he done that, I wouldn't have finished him off, I would have taken a match, which wasn't a skull match, let him switch us around first. Don't want to go into the next battles with your team all messed up. Right, let's see what is the lesser of two evils on these two possible paths then. We have Spider Queen, Dark Maiden, Dark Priestess, and Tal Ray. Ooh, that one can be a bit annoying. You need to rely on this one. It's okay, but it can be a long fight because you have to make sure you get rid of that Goblin King. And if your Charm Troop isn't hitting Queen Grapple Pot, then Goblin King is never taking too much damage, so they can get some summons back. So let's see what this other route is. Boxstrider, Florian, Mars Strangler, Swamp Lash. That's not too bad. Can deal with that. And Ice Wraith, Winterbull, Valkyrie, and Ice Switch. I think I prefer that top route. Entangled slow us down on skulls. It's not mainly skull based, this team. It's still nice to be able to get the damage, but not that concerned about it, to be honest. Does get damage boosted by that. Triple damage is the worry there, so I am going to swap out the medals for this one. I'm going to chuck in Orpheus medals instead. Better to have a slightly slower game and win than it is to wing it a bit and feel restricted. Let's go. That's good that it left that there. We can get some of that with a extra turn. We've got a skull hit there as well. And an extra turn. Alright, let's stick in this damage. This is why I like to be able to cast two of these back to back. They did take away a lot of the yellow there, the AI. But what I would do first, when you get in this situation, I'd cast Luna first when she's ready. Because we've got those status effects, look, and that damage. But when we cast this, and we get those yellow matches, it's got a chance to fill up Luna again, which it just did. Now they're frozen as well. They are not having a good time. So it says that. This is another little tip here. Like, don't always just take an extra turn because it's an extra turn. There's no value for that for me at all. I'm better off taking this skull hit here, I think. There's no value to extra turn whatsoever. Same here, there's none of my main colours available, so let's just have some more life instead and a status effect. That is actually useful. We'll grab some green. Again, do like to be able to cast two of these back to back. Really, really beneficial to create that yellow, like that, and then when we cast our second Barleycorn, we've got a really better chance of getting a match. But I'll take that for match anyway. I think we've got mana drained from one of their manky toe rags. Grab a bit of that. do that. That's a 4 match. That's very nice. Take it anyway, just in case we get anything nice at the top. Yeah, we're in good shape. Let's do our... Oh, I didn't see that 4 match there. I'm having to redo this video again. It was ready to just send. So if this video is a little bit later than normal, that's the reason. It was all done and dusted and finished, but I checked it, and it's normally something I do first. Don't know why I didn't do it, but basically, for some reason, the microphone had switched to the dual sense for the recording and sounded absolutely awful. So I've got to redo it this morning. This is where the charm ends up being rubbish because the single opponent, they can't basically punch themselves. This is not a fight club. It'd be funny if it did. Imagine if they charmed themselves. That'd be hilarious. So basically we have to turn to Luna and Skull Bashes. Those Orpheus medals kicked in nice and quick, which is good. But as you can see, that's been a very straightforward. A couple of rounds so far. I'm kind of surprised this one was on the difficulty list where it was. But then again, it could be because the Lupina healer is actually making the main difference here. Making it very safe indeed. Just pick up that life when you need it. And cast the charm bunnies. Luna backing up. She's not to be underestimated, Luna. Very useful in these indeed. Right, so let's go this room here. We have Ice Wraith. Damage and freeze if they're already frozen, steal 5 mana. And inflict frozen when doing skull damage. Freeze and Hunter's Mark. Damage. So I'm already keeping my Orpheus medals, I think. Yeah, we don't rely on extra turns hugely on this. So I'm just going to do something I don't usually do, and that's have a mixture. I usually go fully one or the other, but I'm going to go 2 Orpheus and 1 Nisha for this. Just jump in. But this is where charm just gets better and better. As the enemy's attack hits higher and higher, just makes charm better and better. Still want to take these skull hits when they're there though. Right, quite a lot of yellow there, so reasonable chance of this working straight away and getting a nice match. Didn't happen though. Alright, quite a couple of skull hits there. Our healer is charged, so we'll do a skull bash first. Our bunny took a wallop. Now let's cast our... take that when it's there because it was a nice match. That was alright. Got our charm bunny up again. Just got Lupina up. Not Lupina, Luna. But as you can see with the charm, this rips into the enemy's health so quickly because if you get lucky with a charm and it charms the right enemy, can absolutely start just murdering their own team. Absolutely battering them. I was going to take that one, but I'm actually going to take that one because it moves the brown over to there at the same time, which potentially favours my next move. In fact, it ended up favouring their next move. All good. The enemy's been silenced. Super useful. Ripping into them. Tearing them apart. Keep an eye on your health though with your troops. Cast this when you need to. Make sure you keep your life topped up. Beating each other up. Just a Valkyrie to go. Loads of yellow. And done. And Luna would have finished off if that skull hit hadn't. So yeah, very nice and straightforward with this team. And into this room here. Cedric's Hideaway. So fighting some Moneybags and Moneybags himself. Let's get going with this. Oh, that was unlucky. Maybe he's going to muck around the team a lot because of the way he casts, but hey ho. We'll deal with that. So what we could do with getting rid of him, because he charms as well, and as you can see from what we've done already to the enemy, it can be pretty devastating. So we'll use this to keep our life topped up at the same time. And he's been changed into a sunbird. That's why the status effects are so good, because it can just do something like the lycanthropy, the death mark, the terror. They're all kind of instant kill negative status effects when they work. Not so much lycanthropy, because obviously you can get unlucky and get something there which is actually worse than what was there before. Yeah, not got many options going on here. Don't really want to give him a extra turn skull hit. So I'll just take some purple, which they ordinarily would like to have. So the downside, if you like, in a way, of this is one of the reasons I really love this game still, because it just throws up little situations which you didn't expect. Like now, I was prepared to let Cedric maybe cast a few more times, switch our team round back into the order which I preferred. But you couldn't predict the lycanthropy and the fact that he got transformed into a sunbird. So there's no way of switching our team back. So we're stuck with this team now for the last battle in this order. And it will be okay still. But I just love those little situations the game manages to throw up like that, really. Still surprises you sometimes after thousands and thousands of battles. Situations and events still happen in a game, which is really cool and still keeps it interesting. And for that, I really like it. Right, Luna's going to finish off them. Let's finish off that sunbird before it comes back again. So the charm is no longer a useful thing unless we've got so much yellow on the board it's bound to give us some sort of match. So we'll just collect for our Luna. It'll have a bit of life. There's no real move. Yeah, it's pretty much the only move anyway. We'll be onwards and upwards to the last room after this, isn't it? Yeah, the last one. That's it for her. And a kaboosh. The coin purse out of there. And on to the last one. So, slightly messed up team order. Not too worried about him doing that. Obviously the status effects are random for them. They've got a charmer and they've got that. So we're going to switch our medals back to full Orpheus. So we get the power boost. And jump back in. Not too shabby a start. We'll have that extra turn, thank you. Alright, I'll keep an eye on my Luna now, because she is definitely useful. I don't want to pop on her clogs. Well, this is a nice start, whichever way you look at it. So I'm cast Luna first, for the reasons what I said at the start of the video. You don't want to cast these first, because if everybody else is filled up, and you get lots of yellow matches, you're not going to benefit from it. We'll take that anyway. Not too worried about that. If it casts again, all it's going to do is switch us back. And that's kind of the way I wanted the team anyway, to a certain degree. But let's cast this, see if we get any yellow matches for Luna. Didn't on that one, but the advantage of doing this twice is we can benefit from those extra yellow. And he got agile. Cheeky little muppet. There you go, look at that, all that yellow. Fantastic stuff. Alright, let's go crazy with Luna again. They're getting tangled, so we're not going to get any benefit from this skull hit, but I don't want to give it to them either. And we do need some health now on that, what is now the bottom troop, so we'll definitely cast this. Looking to get some nice health for our health mana. My bunnycorns. Such a good troop, really is. Just for the charm on its own. Alright, let's give him a wallop of that. Got a chance to finish off that top trickster now, but no, didn't happen. Alright, second chance to do it. Oh no, finished off other people instead. But Luna will finish. No, you're on, because he's submerged. That was me not paying attention. Get out of it, sunshine. Always pay attention to these things. So we're going to finish this off now with Skull Hits and Luna. We'll get a bit more life. Because now you can see how much damage you're going to take as well, because when that charms us, you can see exactly how much damage any troop could potentially get or receive. And we're just looking for a couple of skull hits and a Luna cast or two. Ah, we lost one. Never mind. Never mind. You can do the no casualties run at another point if that kind of thing happens. Not a disaster. And be on your way. So yeah, overall with the Lupina healer, it's quite a doable delve now. I think it's quite high up on the difficulty list, as I said at the beginning. But I don't think it's actually too bad now. Anyway, but there it is. There's the video. There's the team. There's the strategy. If you enjoyed it, found anything useful or helpful, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.